Wait.
Can everybody see and hear us? Let me know if you can see and hear us, please.
Disco music.
Yeah, skip that out first. Okay.
Yep.
Can you see and hear us now, guys? Or are you still watching the advert? Okay, let me just get into it. Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers, everybody. As you know, at the moment we have a running theme where each Thursday we're inviting a member of the community into the live stream as a guest. Last week we had Bridget from BCTV, a different videographer with opinions. And this week we've got the lovely Trina from Trina's Homestead.
Live from the USA.
Live from USA, that's right. Whilst we're live from the UK. So we're just waiting for Trina to click the button. And in she comes. There she is.
Oh,
you're on the front, love.
It says rotate. There you go.
We're in Australia.
Australia.
Upside down.
So as all the community know, Trina's been a member of this community for quite some time now. She always wins the quizzes. She's always top of the class. She does her homework.
Twice.
She does her homework and she watches the videos, which is more than we can say for some.
She does revise.
I cram before that. Like, I'm the cram studier. I kind of done that my whole life. That's bad habits. Yes. No, I do but I do enjoy watching the videos. I think I've even said that on some of my videos. I say that I'm not a big television watcher. One thing I like to do at night to unwind is I like to take my bath and then I like to lay in bed and watch my favorite YouTubers that are like wholesome and things, like you and Tessie and some of the other. So that's what I like to do before I go to bed. I just like to, so that's kind of what I do. I watch the Wallflowers.
That's on the telly.
Good. That sounds brilliant. Yeah. And just say hello to a few of the people that have popped in.
Let's see. I see Bridget. I see June.
And Stewie. We've got Stu, Fouquet.
Yeah. Oh, and Fouquet. Yes, you know what's funny is when I have it up on my computer here, the chat, I don't know if anyone else knows how to fix this, but the chat part is like way down there. So you can't see the screen if you see the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that. Like, do you not want to watch a video or do you want to chat? They should have it like...
You want to do both. Brian...
Ours comes up on the side. On the laptop.
Is there a setting we could do that, Brian?
I don't know. Ours just comes up next to the picture.
I won't tell anyone. I will not tell anybody. My kids are always like, Mom, what do you do for a living again? Because I never know how to fix these things. I won't tell anybody that I'm a supervisor for a technology company because I can never figure these things out. It's hilarious. But
whilst we're talking to you now, our comments on the mobile are underneath.
Yeah.
So we can only see the section of the latest comments, so we can't see all of it. But Brian's got the laptop up, so we can see all the comments now coming through. So
yes,
we've got a good hold on things.
Yeah, so if you guys, as I'm talking, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to write them, and Brian can just spew them out to me.
You can read them out.
Because I'm so shy and I don't answer anything.
So reserved, Trina.
Are you happy with your refurb of your house?
I'm sitting on furniture. I
Yeah,
have furniture.
lovely.
I literally just filmed my house and I'm going to put that video up in a couple days. So I and I was telling Mary Ann earlier today that I have covers on my sofa. We brought my neighbor Ashley, who does my organizing for me and she cleans for me. She brought in my sectional all by herself yesterday when I was working. I mean, seriously, she's a farm girl. I'm like, here, let me help you with that. She's like, get out of my way. Cause I'm like such a weakling, She's like, move out of the way. And she just like took her dolly and she moved it all in by herself. So yes, I am enjoying sitting on my sofa right now. And I was just also saying I was thinking about putting a fire in the fireplace, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I also have off, so I'm gonna light a fire. We were talking about how it's chilly, it's fall season now. So I'm gonna enjoy a fire and maybe watch a movie and sit on my sofa tomorrow. That'll be my treat to myself tomorrow. So yeah.
The
Getting settled
room,
back in.
the room looks really light and airy. It looks proper summery. It looks really nice.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we had it all painted white. It used to be like a light gray, but we had it done white and we had the
Yeah.
bathrooms done white. The bedrooms are a green sage, the same they were kind
Lovely.
of before,
Yeah.
the same that my kitchen cupboards are a green sage. So I just did the bedrooms that, but everything else is white. So yeah.
In our bedroom, the bedding is sage, the lighting sage, and the walls are white
Oh, nice.
with a forest theme poster that fills one whole wall on the wardrobe and dressing table side. But sage is the color of the room. Yeah.
Oh, pretty. Very pretty. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the neutral and like colors that remind me of nature, like garden, like the sage. So that's kind of so I think we kind of are in that same
Oh,
vein. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what yeah,
Ju-
because my son
June
wanted
said
to.
she started watching your Monday health vids.
Lovely.
Oh, good, good. Oh yeah, the Monday, medicinal Mondays where I just try to the one thing that I do on my videos is I try to use things that are either free that we have at home or that we can either grow or just get at the grocery store. I'm not really big. I mean, sometimes yeah, like vitamin C. You'll say vitamin C. I'll say vitamin C.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Let's go the whole thing off.
I was
Woo!
waiting for Marianne to sing that too. Yeah. So vitamin, yeah, sometimes we do, but try to find things that we already have in our home that we can use to be healthy or to keep us healthy. Um, and that's just things that because I was very ill for a very long time, and it took me a very long time to realize that food is medicine. And my big
Mm.
motto is if we give our body what it needs, then God has designed us to heal. That's kind of my passion. And so
Can I
then
be
with
asking what was wrong, Trina? What the illness was?
yes, so I actually was going to school to be a doctor. My goal was to be a pediatrician because I really wanted to focus on preventative health. My kids had a lot of ear infections and were were in the doctor all the time, and my pediatrician's like, well, you should just go be a pediatrician at this point, because I was very focused on that. So I decided to do that. So when my kids went to school, I went back to school. And then while I was in school,
I'm not sure if that's to you or to us, Trina.
oh well, hello, Chu,
He's
Chu.
from India.
Hi, Chu.
Yes, hi,
Hello, Mama.
Chuda.
Peace
Hi,
be with
yes.
you
Oh,
from
that's
India.
lovely.
Where are
I
you
do have
from?
a lot of Indian viewers. So hello, that's lovely. Thank you for stopping in and viewing them. I posted this on my Facebook and on my YouTube. So I was hoping to get some
Brilliant.
viewers
Thank you,
coming.
Chu.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Yes. Um so I was going to school, and during that time I actually think really what happened was I'm the actual poster child for women can't do it all, or women can't do it all at one time, because I had 3 small children. I volunteered at my church. I traveled with my pastor's wife. I led worship, and I also was going to school. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
I know.
Mm.
I didn't have good boundaries then. And during that time I started not feeling good. I had started by having headaches, and the headache is a hard thing to diagnose, and then I would go to school, and then I would come home and I would literally just go to bed. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And so for 3 years I went undiagnosed. And basically for those 3 years, because they didn't diagnose, what happened was I was in my 20s at the time. I was very thin. I was a very small person back then. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to imagine that, but I
You
was.
look great.
But anyway, so they wouldn't look at a young Caucasian tiny female. They would never look at the heart. I was having a lot of chest pain. I was having headaches. And they would tell me, I'd go to the ER with chest pain. They'd say, "You're having an anxiety attack." And I'd say, "Listen here, my undergrad was in psychology because I needed a college of liberal arts degree to get into med school. So I said, I study panic disorder. I am telling you that is not what's happening here." But that's what they would send me home. So 3 years undiagnosed, with basically what I had was postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which basically meant I would stand up. When I stand up, my heart would just go super, super fast. My blood pressure would drop really low, and then I'd faint. And the
Wow.
autoimmune side of that is chronic fatigue, chronic migraines, and those just autoimmune things. But because my heart was racing all the time undiagnosed, it caused me to go into heart failure and have cardiomyopathy with an infraction of 30%, which basically meant my heart was only operating at 30% by the time I was diagnosed. So when I walked from my house to the car, which was not far, I couldn't breathe. And so I ended up going to the ER. One time, my friend, a nurse, I was like, "I'm not going back to that hospital. They would keep telling me it's in my head," which they did. They kept saying, "It's in your head. It's in your head." So she brought me in there, and then they put me on the telemetry, the heart monitor. And I stood up to go to the bathroom, and my heart rate shot to 220 just by standing up and going to the bathroom. And then at that point, the cardiologist came. They all came running in, and they're like, "Something's not right." And that is when they decided to run all the tests. And then during the tests, I V-fibbed. So they had to the first time they had to shock me back to life. And that's when I first won my pacemaker defibrillator. It was very, and then
Wow.
then I was in and out of the hospital for several years. Fast forward a lot, my body doesn't like foreign things. So fast forward, that was in 1999. Fast forward to 2013, my body rejected that. And I ended up with blood infections. I had more clots around my heart than they can count. I didn't want to go back to the hospital because I'd had over 200 hospital stays by that point. So I was at home popping aspirin, knowing that I had blood clots because I did have a medical background. And my son showed up at my house, and he looked at me, and he literally picked me up and carried me to the ER. And I got to the ER, and they looked at me and they said, "You're not going to make it 24 hours. I needed 7 blood transfusions. They said, "You have more clots around your heart than we can count, and we need to remove them. But we don't know that you're going to survive the surgery we have to do. What would you like us to do?" And I said, "Well, you got to do the surgery." So I ended up in cardiac ICU for 3.5 weeks, and I did. So I definitely say through all of this, I know that I'm a walking miracle. I'm here for a reason. My pastor always says, "Well, how many times are you going to try to die on us?" That's what they say. And I just, they're
You've
like,
got
"What?"
to laugh, haven't you?
Right? Because you get to the point where you're so sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? So after all that, moving forward, all the pain, all of that, the one thing that saved me was I had one doctor, and she looked at me and she said, "Thanks, June. That's so sweet." She said to me, she said, "Find a purpose. Find a purpose." And and your life will turn around. And it doesn't have to be a big purpose. It doesn't. It just find a purpose. And that to me changed my entire life. It it took over 10 years. I started with pool therapy. I started just by taking processed foods, white sugar, white flour out of my diet. I started just by drinking more water. That is it. And slowly my life began changing. I was in a very bad marriage for a very long time, and it wasn't any I don't blame anybody. We met, we were friends growing up. We met when I was 15, he was 16. We were friends. It just we drank alcohol back then. It just happened. I got pregnant at 18. So I grew up in a very Christian home. My mom said I had to marry him, and I did. You know what I mean? It's just that was
Yeah,
the way it
yeah,
was. We
yeah,
were too
yeah,
young. We didn't know better. I went to school and grow up, and he didn't. It's just
yeah,
but
yeah,
he's right now he still lives with my oldest kids. He's out here. We get along as people. We just I used to joke and say if we live in a side by side and raise our kids, we'd be great. But that's just the way it is. So now what I've done is I have changed my entire life over all of these years, and I really believe in food as medicine. Now, does it mean I don't go to the doctor? Does it mean I don't take Inderal for my heart? No, but my goal is to get off all of medicine. That's my goal. I would love to do that someday. And my goal really is, and I tell my doctor this, I want to be off all medicine before I retire because when I retire, I don't think I'm going to have the health insurance that I have. And that stuff is expensive. So that's really what I'm working towards. And then the
that's
other
actually
thing
one of the
is,
questions Stu asked. He said, so with all of that medical attention and the way you have to pay for it all of yourself, he's saying, how did that work out? How
yes,
did you pay for all that and how much was it?
yes, that's a
Because
great,
we don't have to do that here.
okay,
Unless,
yes.
of course, you've got money and you can pay for private health.
Yes. Good
Good
night,
night,
Chu. Yes.
Ma.
That's a great question.
Good night, Chu. Thank you so much for coming, lovely.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
you.
That's a great question. So we have what's known as health insurance here through our employers. And back then I was married and I had health insurance through my spouse. And so like right now through my hi half and Nui. So
Hi,
we
Harvey. Hi, Vicky.
they take like a portion of our paycheck. They take a little bit of our paycheck and then that goes to our health insurance and then that pays for our medical bills and then we pay like a deductible. So say I go to the doctor, I might have to pay $10 to go to the doctor. And then that's how we handle it here. And that's what I have now through my employer. I have health insurance. So that's why I was saying once I retire and I'm not working and I don't have that, I want to be off all of my medication. Now we do have things when we retire called like Medicare through our government and stuff, but you still pay for your prescriptions. So
Yeah.
I plan on not
We
wanting to
have
do
We
free
that.
healthcare, but we pay for
we pay
prescriptions.
for
Yeah, so
prescriptions.
it's
Yeah.
probably similar. Yeah, so that's my goal. And then hand in hand with that, I started a series called Feel Good Fridays. And one thing that I've noticed is that our mind body connection. And I grew up in a with a single mom who was married at 16, had my sister at 17, had me at 20 and was divorced at 21.
Wow.
So she just really didn't know how to be a parent. Right now she has dementia and I'm taking care of her. But by the
So you
time
feel she was in survival mode?
she was in survival mode, but she also has a lot of um I mean I she just has a lot of mental things where she didn't know how to be a parent. Do you know what I mean? I
She was
pretty much
only
raised
young.
myself. You know what I mean? She just, so I went through a lot of childhood trauma, if that makes sense, but that I didn't know I had. So I
Yeah.
had to go through a lot of healing myself. And doing that, a lot of therapy. I shouldn't say I just did it myself. I did have therapy. But with what I've learned, and I also, do have a psychology degree, but with what I've learned, I started Feel Good Fridays. And like the video that I just recorded today talks about self-love and self-esteem and how we teach people how to treat us. And if we don't know how to love ourselves, then how can we show other people how to treat us and how to love us? So, that also, along with the other things, is how over all these years I know that I have been um, healing with. I also do believe in the power of prayer too. That's a big one. So, but like I said, my motto is if we give our body what it needs, God has designed us to heal. So, and it's not overnight, it's not an overnight thing, but yeah, so that is really the focus of my channel, that and frugality and meal prep and those kinds of things. So anyway, in a
So
nutshell.
outside of your channel, growing up and through those different stages of your life, what were your goals, aims, dreams in life?
So growing up, when I was younger, all I really ever wanted to do was to be a mom. That was really, I mean, I just wanted to grow up and be a mom. And then I think when that changed was, um, oh, thank you, Half a Nui. That's so sweet. When that changed was the marriage that I got into. And like I said, I don't blame the person. It was just we were so young and how that happened. But on the flip side of that, I am so thankful that that I am a young mom, that I was a young mom, um, because it really, I have 5 grandchildren and, and like my oldest son is my best friend. You know what I mean? It's like we talk so many times a day. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't, I mean, like I'm going on a cruise with my youngest son and my daughter-in-law next month. And, I talk to my middle, I get along, but my oldest son, we grew up together. I mean, I was 19 when I had him. You know what I mean? So we talk all the time. So yeah, so I love that I was a young mom. And
I was at the other end of it. I was an older mum.
oh, and that's
So
interesting because that's interesting because you seem like you're my age and your kids aren't
uh,
that much older than mine, I don't think, are they? Aren't they
my
30?
eldest son's 29.
29. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess and my oldest is 38. Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah. But you're my
Yeah.
age too, so I guess it just didn't.
So I was 36 when I had my second child.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I
So
had
I
all
was an
mine before
older
I was
mum.
30.
I was an older mum at the playground collecting them and taking them in the
Okay.
morning. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was a few mums a lot older than me, a lot older. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah,
Oh,
I,
thanks
I, I was
for
I
that.
was in the older mum bracket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, and for each, I mean, I see a lot of older moms too that it's also because they have the wisdom too. So I think for each,
I don't think that was my case.
oh well, oh just pretend I mean you, yeah. So yeah, I mean, so that was my aspiration, and then I think
Can I
I
just
think
cut in for this one moment? What was the question, Stuart?
Steve said, "How do you find our accent? Can you understand us?"
oh, can you understand me? I have a Midwestern accent. Very like.
Um,
Have you had any difficulty at any point understanding, or are there some, if we speak fast, or are there just some words that probably don't translate? Do you have any difficulty at all
Do I? I
with
don't. And
with
the
our
funny
accent?
you
No,
hear everything.
absolutely not. And the funniest thing about your guys' accent is I think the more if I start talking around you, I probably start talking like you. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how that is? It's like if I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
around people in the South, I start talking that way.
It's
Yeah.
like when you go on holiday and come back with the accent. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Proper.
Hey, Catherine.
Very proper.
Oh, Catherine's in the room.
Hi, Catherine. Oh, our Floridian friend. Yes. I will be in Florida in 30 days. I'm so happy. In Miami.
Wow.
In Miami. Yeah.
Is that where you go, Miami?
Yeah, well, that's where he poured out of, is Miami. Yes.
Where'd you
Yeah.
sail? Just around the Gulf?
Oh gosh, no. We go to the Caribbean, Brian.
All the way around.
Yeah, so we're going
Oh,
to
goes to the Caribbean.
Oh, I love the Caribbean. Yeah, we're going to St. Thomas. Where else are we going? We go to a private island in the Bahamas. My son is spoiling us, and he ordered us a villa, a private villa. My
Lovely.
bless my son, because that would not be me paying for something like that. But he can, and he spoiled us. And then where else are we going? Oh, we're going to the Dominican Republic. And
So have you got to fly from where you are to Florida to pick up the boat?
yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's the most expensive part of the trip. So I mean, honestly, people, if you are not very disciplined with your money, I would never suggest doing this. But what I do is I'm an Amex person, and I have one credit card I use for everything, but I pay it off every single month. I don't believe in paying interest. I don't believe in that's just how I am. But I do that because I get free points, and then I get free airline, and that's how I do it. But if
We don't have a credit card at all.
Yep. So that's why I think it is a fancy holiday. Yeah. But that's how I do it. But I paid my car. I don't believe in being in debt. I buy an older vehicle, I pay it off. My son is helping me. He believes that I'm gonna have my mortgage paid off in 3 years. That's what he's trying to help me
Brilliant.
do. So I mean, I get really leery about telling people that, because some people just don't have the discipline like that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but that's just what we do. My kids are so disciplined with money. My youngest son, who is he 30 yet? Yeah, my daughter-in-law just graduated from physician's assistant school, and she's a physician's assistant at the stroke clinic, and they paid cash for her entire college. My son's always worked 3 jobs. They have new cars, but they pay cash for them, and you know what I mean? So they're very, very disciplined with their
Yeah,
money.
good.
So, yeah, it's very, very good. And so it's funny that I learn from my children, but that's, you know what I mean? So yeah, so
Our son is just about to move to London, which is a fair distance from us. And he works in the financial sector. And he's looking to do other courses. He's been training different aspects of the company, and different aspects of what's available, not just in that company, across the board in the financial sector. And he's never actually stepped up to a managerial position yet, and he's looking at it. And in order to do that, he has to take on a bit more training, obviously. But if he
right.
doesn't stay with the company for 5 years, he then has to pay for that training himself or pay it back.
Okay.
And he's in a quandary. He is undecided, because when he moves from here to London, he stays with the same company but at a different office. He knows within a certain length of time he wants to then commute to London City to work to get a better wage, etc. Half of him wants the managerial experience to take with him to the city to get the much higher wage that will be available to him. But he's still stuck with.
He'd have to stay there for 5 years then.
But even
He
if he
doesn't.
stays for half of it, it's 2.5 years, and he's up and down with himself. He can't decide which approach, and we can't do that for him. Nobody can. So all he can do is keep sitting there and working it out with his partner, what they're going to do, how they're going to deal with it. And she's already taken on managerial experience, but
Mhm.
she doesn't really want to go into the city. She wants to stay within the remit that she's doing at the moment. She's heading towards something else.
Oh.
So it's up and down with them. They're both doing really, really well. They're both really organized with the careers, but they're just fine-tuning different aspects.
Oh yeah, that's a tough decision because you kind of, I always try to say go where your passion is too, though, because it's like if you work where your passion is, then you're not really working. You're
Mm.
enjoying your job too. So that's yeah, that's a hard decision.
So
Yeah.
they've just taken on the brand new house and they move in November.
Oh, that's
But
your
it
oldest, right? Your oldest.
yeah, and
Yes.
you know, they're not planning to have children at this point, but they know they will in the future. But as we as adults know, looking back, things aren't always planned and they happen.
They have to give you
So
grandchildren. I'm sorry, but they need it. Come on, chop chop. Come on. There's nothing better than grandchildren.
get on with it already.
Please. I tell my kids all the time, if I could have had grandchildren before children, I certainly would have because there's nothing better.
It's lovely to see your relationship with your granddaughter on camera.
Oh, I love it. Yes. And Peyton and Harrison too. They're just amazing. They'll be over Saturday, but oh man, they're the best. They're the best. There's nothing because you don't have to do the disciplining. You have the fun with them, and then when they act
Enjoy
up, you just send them home.
Pass them back. Yeah. Completely. Completely.
It's like,
I bet she's not as shy when the camera's off.
oh no, 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 it's funny. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're so great. So my son got a new job now. He's doing sales now, so he has to travel all around. And so he had to go to Bismarck, which is about 3 hours away. And so there is like a hotel that he stays at out there that has like a little water park. So
Take care, Vicky. Sorry.
oh, bye, Vicky. I didn't see that she was leaving. So there's a water park there. So the kids didn't have school the rest of the week. So he thought, well, we'll just and it was their 15-year wedding anniversary yesterday. So he thought, well, we'll all go out there. And since I have to work, the kids and Penny can stay at the water park. So they're all so she's sending me Snapchats all day of the kids just flipping off the little water park.
Lovely.
And yeah, so that's so fun. I'm glad they're having a good time. So yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Do you get over there much?
To their house, they live about 30 minutes from me, so they're not too far.
Do they all live close by you?
So Penny and Ryan with the two boys live 30 minutes. Matthew and Kim live in Fargo, which is about 45 minutes. And then they're the ones I'm going on the November cruise with. And then Lillian, the granddaughter that you've met, she lives in Minneapolis, which is about 4.5 hours. So she's the one
Yeah.
I see, yeah, the least. And then the other two boys from my middle son has three baby mamas. He's the wild child. And those two, we don't have as good of a relationship with those other ones. So we see them on more birthday functions and baby announcements and those kinds of things. So yeah.
So how many children did you count out? How many have you got?
I have three adult boys, two daughter-in-laws, one my middle one has a partner that he's been with for a long time. And then I have five grandchildren.
Wow. That's a big family, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, look at you. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's why I said your boys got to chop 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 chop.
Yeah,
You got-
definitely.
Yeah. How
Definitely.
far is London from you? I was going to ask you that when you were talking about.
I'm 3.5 to 4 hours away. Just over
What?
200 miles. 220
Okay.
miles.
Okay.
See, that doesn't seem a lot to you, but it is to us.
Yeah, well, you said what, 4 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, about 4 hours. Well,
Yeah,
depending on
that's
traffic.
yeah, no, I know it is because I don't drive to the cities very often. I mean, and Lillian will fly out here and it's a 4 hours just because her mom works for the airline. So she gets free airfare. So she can fly
Wow.
out here for free. And yeah, so that's no, I don't like to drive into the city. It's not my favorite. Even though I live there, no, so I
What's
get
the
it.
closest big city to you?
Minneapolis. Oh, the closest is Fargo, which
No.
is 40 minutes away. I mean, I don't know if you consider, I mean, some people don't consider that a big city, but I don't. But the big city is like Minneapolis. That's 3.5, 4 hours.
That's the one we've heard of, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's where Prince came from, wasn't
Yeah, Minneapolis.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prince.
I raised my kids in Minneapolis on the north side. On the north side. I literally, I know. I like my kids literally had their bikes stolen at gunpoint. So I was that mom. I was like, you so
Wow.
much shoot a dandelion in my yard, I'll be coming after you. So I was that mom. I was like, I went the gangbanger. I went and knocked on their door and been like, excuse me.
So did I.
Yeah, I was like, no, son, no.
We had, they're not gangbangers, or they didn't have guns then. They probably had knives. And one particular gang was starting to target Oscar. And I did
I can tell
exactly
you
the
lots of
same.
stories about Prince Fouquet. Yes, yeah, that's Prince.
I did
He
exactly the
actually
same. I
come
just
to
went
our
up, stood in the
he
middle of
brought
the
me
gang and
brownies
said,
he
he's
brought me
with
brownies
me,
in high
leave him.
school in his limo. He's a Prince. Yeah, I have a friend who used to be his bass player, and another friend who was one of his dancers. And so yeah, I'm very sad that he is no longer with us. Prince. He used to also come to our church. Prince did. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Minneapolis isn't that big. So yeah.
So
It's
how long
sad
have
if
you
you
lived in the town where you're in now?
what?
How long have you lived in the place where you are
I
now?
Hunter, I've lived here for 4.5 years. It's a town of a whopping 300 people. Woo!
Wow.
Me and the deer. Yeah, I love it. I love being in a small town so much. I don't miss anything about the cities at all. I don't even really care to. Oh, FedEx is here. I don't even care to go into Fargo that often, to tell you the truth. I really don't. As you can see, FedEx comes. I don't really go in that much. So
Don't need to go.
I have we order you've probably heard me talk about this. My kids and I will go in on a full cow. So I'll have my, and we'll go in on my one son and I will half a pig. The farm down the road does lamb, if and another farm. I know some people might not think that's good, but we butcher chicken. So I get all my meat that way. And then I'm good for the whole winter. So
That's amazing. Yeah.
yes. So, and it is a big, I know when I was watching one of Tessie's videos the other day and she was talking about, like a $30 grocery shop and stuff. And not everybody can do that. So I feel very blessed because it is a really big price. Oh,
Think him in.
yeah. I don't have to sign. That was the FedEx man. Everybody waved to the FedEx man. If you all want to know what it is, here, I'll tell you what it is. My charging cord for my laptop, the little thing broke. So I had to order a new charging cord. So that's what I got. But it is a big expense up front. But then honestly, I don't buy meat for the entire winter for me. And I
Tessie
also,
had done the same. They shared and they filled the freezer, and that's how
yeah,
she's able to do it, as you say. But you do yours on a low budget as well, once that freezer's full.
It's
I
almost like
do.
to store it all as well, though.
I
How
do.
many
And
freezers do you have?
I have 3 freezers. You'll see that in my video too. I show 3 freezers in my garage that I have, and then I have my freezer in my house as well. So yeah, so I do have 3, and then I'll also, like, we get so much ground beef, or you call it minced meat.
Yeah.
I'll do like a big thing in my roaster, and then I'll can it, too. So that, because sometimes having canned meat, just it's shelf stable and it's convenient too for like
Definitely.
spaghetti, or if you just do hot dishes or things like that. So I'll do that as well.
we keep taking jars of meatballs off the shelf. You know, the meals we're having are absolutely wonderful from them. And it's just go and grab another jar of meatballs, go and grab, you know, it's there waiting. Yeah.
Grab a tin of hot dogs.
Oh, I love being the new puppy sitter. Oh, I
That
love
was lost
it,
on
Bridget. That is so awesome. Oh, I'll put him to
The
sleep
dogs have gone to
anytime
sleep.
you want, Bridget. Just put it on like what is that when they just goes on relay or whatever where they just
She normally says my voice makes the dogs go to sleep, so she's saying it's your voice today.
Oh, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard. I love it. Oh, I do love watching your haul videos and your food videos too, because what's so interesting to me is seeing the different kinds of food that you guys have over there versus what we have. And what cracks me up
Like
is
what? Give me an example.
well, I was like your canned meat. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah,
canned,
yeah.
like your that. But or what really cracks me up sometimes is when you have like American food and you don't know how to pronounce it. I can't
Go
think
on.
of an example, but it makes me laugh. Though I'll be like, or like it'll be like, "This is Kellogg's," and it'll be like Kellogg's cereal or something.
I know what to say, Kellogg's, but I do get
I
what
know,
you
and I'm
mean.
trying to
I
think of it,
do
yeah.
get what you mean.
Yeah, but you know,
But I
sometimes it'll be like,
really do try a pronunciation, and you know, especially if it's somebody's name or something on the channel, someone comes in, and I try
well,
so
food's
hard. I
not that
don't
big.
always get it right, but
Food is not a big
there's a
deal. There you go.
lady on the channel called Linda Jackers, Jacko,
Stop
sorry.
it.
And she said I was the first one ever on the internet to pronounce a name right. And I'm weirded that one as a badge.
Well, my
Jacko.
maiden last name is Forqueran, so it's Forqueran, and nobody could ever say it right when I was growing up. You know, it was just like, yeah, just try that your whole. I mean, grow up with that name. No.
I won't try and guess what you got called.
Yeah.
Stu's saying he's too old to prep now.
You're never too old to prep.
said
It's a
it-
grandma
No,
thing.
that's
just
what I
thinks it's
try to
cat.
show. You know what? I mean, get this. Even people like because
He's just cat.
I think the cat will eat him.
people at my work, so here's what sometimes I'll show things. I have videos. People at my work, they eat terrible. I mean, and if you guys are watching, some of you, or if you watch this, you know who I'm talking about. Because they'll just go out to McDonald's or they'll go out and they'll eat that. And I literally will, not only does it save, and then they don't feel good. You know what I mean? None of them feel good. I can't even remember the last time I went to McDonald's because it's just not good for you. You know what I mean? But I show like you can even go to like I don't know if you guys have Aldi out there. It's a German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aldi, yeah.
So you can go to Aldi has organic meat, right? So you can go and get like just the little chicken wings. You can get chicken wings. You can get a jar of Frank's hot sauce. Frank's hot sauce is not bad for you. And a thing of ranch dressing. You guys, what do you call the white dressing? What did you call it?
You
we
call it
have
ranch dressing, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you called it. What did you call the
We've
white?
got salad cream.
We have a
Salad
salad cream, a mayonnaise, and a ranch dressing.
You can
Okay.
buy ranch dressing.
Yeah.
So literally to what I did is I took freezer bags, you put the chicken wings, you put the hot sauce, and you put the ranch dressing in, and you can and then you can throw them in the freezer and you just throw them in a slow cooker whenever you're ready to do. You can do 4 of those and that's meal prep right there. That's it. See how easy that is? You just prep like you can do 3 meals just like that.
My ick is microwaves. There's people like ourselves, they'll say, "Oh, we're conscious of this and we'll food preserve and we'll do this." And you can heat it up in the microwave afterwards. And I go, "You've done all that work and you're going to cook it in the microwave?" It drives me batty.
I usually keep them in my slow cooker and then I put the whole inside of the slow cooker in the fridge and then I just put the whole and then I just heat it back up in the slow cooker. That's kind of how I do it.
Do you use a microwave?
I do use a microwave for like I have like a rice heat pack. I heat my rice heating pad up with it. For certain things, but not
I
I
don't know
don't
what
cook.
that is.
It's like a heating pad that I just is made out of rice. It's just for my
Oh, and you
muscle.
just put it on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
right. Okay.
Yeah.
but I don't really cook in it. I don't cook in my microwave very often. So no, I use my Instant Pot.
But you put it on your body.
Yeah, it's like the heat.
I know, but you heated it in a microwave.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going with that. Yeah.
We haven't had a microwave for about 15, 20 years. I think.
Yeah, about I don't know. It
Maybe
might
about
be.
15.
Yeah,
The
I just
radiation.
I walked into the kitchen one day and I picked the microwave up and I went, it's going. And I just took it out, I put it in the trash can and I come back in.
The kids
And
were happy.
the house went crazy.
Oh,
We want the
really?
microwave. We want the microwave. And I just stood by the front door, said, it's not coming back in. My son,
Okay.
my eldest son, has a microwave. He has an air fryer. He has whatever.
I
All
do
my
have an air
friends,
fryer oven. You don't like the air
yeah,
fryer better?
not for me personally, but I know everyone else uses them. I got given one and I gave it away to someone else. I'm not as highly principled against the air fryer as I am the microwave. But
Yeah, I do use my air
there's
fryer.
so many similarities between them for me. It's no issue. I just personally don't
You
choose
just
to
rather
use
use the
them.
oven. The oven. That's what the oven's there
I'd
for.
rather put the plate on top of the hot water on the pan and reheat it that way, the old-fashioned way, than put it in a microwave.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Or try and be a bit more organised and defrost things. But yeah, it's a really big ick for me and it has been for a long, long time. But I've had I'm not gonna mention any names, but there was a really big prepper who was proceeding to sell products on his site, on his channel,
Okay.
all on a health kick. He was making quite a lot of money from selling these health kick items. And a lot of the items would be to prepare them in the microwave. And I was just flabbergasted
And it's
that
a health, and it was a health. I mean, I know why people don't use the microwave. You know what I mean? I know
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah,
because of the radiation. That's clear, right? So
completely.
yes. So I definitely limit mine. That's, and I'm not going to tell other people what to do. I just,
No, not at
I
all, me neither. Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah.
I know. Right, right. But I just, like I said, I prefer to use like the Instapot and the slow cooker. And I do have my air fryer oven on because that was given to me for my channel as well when I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
years ago. But and the reason why I like my air fryer is it's a very nice like convection
Do you have
size.
a Ninja? Is yours a Ninja?
It's not a Ninja, but it's similar to that. It was one that Amazon had sent me. Um, but it's the size of a Ninja, and I like it because in the summer when it gets hot, I can use it and I don't have to heat my house because my oven is an electric, you know what I mean? So because we have such a nice breeze out here, I don't use my air condition a lot unless the air quality is not good. That's a little different. Last year was not good air quality. Last year it was hard to have your windows open a lot, but that's a whole different
Yeah.
time. That's another.
When we were over there, Catherine was telling me about the sand, everything else that was affecting the air quality. Yeah, she didn't like it one bit, did she?
Right. Yeah. Yes. Happy New Year. It's time to pull that slow cooker out. I was literally thinking that I need to make some bone broth. It's bone broth time.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
yes, it's
definitely.
a bravo. Look at
Is it a
Bridget
Yeah.
breath?
knowing what kind of she knew what kind of air fryer I have, and I don't. What a smart ass she is. Wow, look at that. I didn't even know that.
We're chucking a brand new microwave in the bin.
That's
It wasn't
Wasn't
new.
brand new.
hilarious that Bridget knows I'm literally looking at it from here in my eyesight. I knew the eye doctor, my eyesight. I'm looking at it and I don't even know. And she knew what it was.
She
Bridget,
probably
that
got the
is
same one.
amazing. That is amazing. Well, who
So
wants? Oh, go ahead. I was saying, who wants me to ask the Wallflowers a question?
ooh.
How
Oh,
many
Bridget's
points is it
for
worth?
Breville. Oh, I think mine is
Did
too,
you
Bridget.
hear what he
Oh,
said? He said, "How many points do we get?"
oh, well, you just get to you get all the points for answering.
If we get it right.
I wrote 3 questions down because I thought, you know how shy we are. We totally run out of things to talk about. So, okay. So here we go. So both of our channels are passionate about making the most from what we have. Whether it's through budget friendly meal prep or creating homemaking, what are your favorite strategies for stretching a food budget while still keeping meals nutritious and comforting for your family? And have you found any surprising foods that are both incredibly affordable and surprisingly healthy?
Yeah, well, the main thing is the food initiatives. That's the thing that keeps us going on a budget.
For us, because we've got the food initiatives, we are overrun with food. We have a what we call the big pantry, and our big pantry is completely full of every item that we need to cover. So we have all the tins, all the packets, we have all the canning jars. We have so much food at our fingertips that I could stop today and we would eat for 2 to 3 years. Not fresh fruit and vegetables, but from what we've got. And then we have the little pantry in the kitchen, and that would probably feed us for about 2 to 3 months alone, just what's in the little pantry in the kitchen.
I mean, tonight we had a packet of it was black bean sauce that we got. Must have been months ago. Like a stir fry sauce, black bean with onions, peppers, and stuff in it.
Water chestnuts.
Yeah, and just done some rice, some noodles, threw some carrots in, and just done a
And the
stir fry.
meatballs.
And the meatballs that we got out the freezer.
And it ended up being like a nice Chinese meal.
Ooh.
Noodles, rice, the bean sauce, all the different ingredients, and it was juicy, it was tasty.
And that stuff that's been in the cupboard for
It had
months.
vegetables in it, it had meat in it, it had all the components we needed for a meal. It filled 3 people up in the house, and it's probably cost less than £1 to prepare for 3 people. So, excuse me.
That's awesome.
For me, I don't necessarily have to stretch a meal anymore. And sometimes I'm trying to work out how to do PDFs for my Buy Me a Coffee and how to advise people. And sometimes you get so involved with everyday things, you might sense it in a different way, I don't know. But because we are so prepared and because we are so stocked and because the hauls and the initiatives makes things so readily available. I mean, I'm getting so many items at just 20 pence.
Yeah,
It's
it's amazing.
ridiculous. It's
It is
absolutely
amazing.
ridiculous. So there's no question about food. We've got probably 35 eggs in the fridge. We've got 3 loaves in the cupboard. We've got a supply of butter. We've got all the meats, fishes, everything we need. The only thing, I mean, and I go and do my haul tomorrow, and I've got nowhere to put the food when I come back.
No.
And the only thing that we really buy is sometimes bread if it's gone off or it's gone mouldy, and we'll buy a loaf of bread.
So I'm at the
or
stage where
milk.
I've got to start cutting back even further and not stocking up. Now I know the state of the world and the country and the way everything is. There's going to be an eruption. There's going to be something politically damaging to everyday people pretty soon. And it's not just the digital wallet and the ID that I've been trying to cover steadily. There's actually going to be full-on war. My prediction, my personal opinion, people can differ, but my personal opinion, we're going to be, whether it be locked down, prevented from shopping in shops,
Did you
whatever the
validate?
reach is. I don't know. I can't say exactly what the thing is that's going to happen, but something drastic is going to happen. And I think before the end of the year. But at the same time, I'm struggling to find space for the things that I'm bringing into the home to preempt how much I've got to look after my family for. And it's difficult. So I can't break it down and teach people at the moment, you can stretch a meal only at this cost.
Mm.
Because, let me try and say it another way. I used to criticize politicians because they didn't know the price of a pint of milk. I used to criticize them because they didn't know the everyday price of a loaf. Because I shop in food initiatives and everything, my food availability to me is so cheap.
You
I
don't
don't know the price of a pint of
Right,
milk. I
right.
don't know the price of a loaf because I have all that good food, all that top quality food, and I'm getting it for buttons.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it's probably a different answer than what you were expecting, but it's so good for me in that respect. It's not in every other respect, but in a food, I'm so wealthy food wise. I'm food rich and money poor.
We're not
But you're
poor.
taken
But
care of, and that's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
important.
It's kind of a crazy little quandrum, and some people might not understand that, but because of the food initiatives, we are food rich.
Right. Yeah, and the difference too is because I know because I've watched your how you teach people how to do that and stuff in your country, which is awesome. So I'm always like Googling here, searching like, are there food initiatives in the United States or around us? So we just have to look for different ways because we don't have food.
Different words
Well,
as
we come
well.
across one in Florida.
We found one in Florida.
You did? What was it called? Was it called a food
It was in the
initiative?
church. It was part of the church.
It
The
was
church had like a little van outside, and it was saying they're open
it was
so many
advertising
hours
on the van
for
that the
each day.
pantry was open in the church. So the word was pantry. You might have salvaging. You
Oh,
might have
salvaging. Oh, I
food
see what.
salvaging. You might have that. I don't know what your terminology would
Blessing
be
boxes.
locally.
June said blessing boxes. Oh, see? God, keep them coming, you guys. That's
But
So
good.
it's
the
it'll be
supermarkets
all
over
down to
there,
terminology.
they've still got to get rid of the food that they can't sell. So there must be
Right.
places that are taking that stuff.
Yeah, June's saying Southern Frugal Mama mentioned these. I think she's gonna say blessing boxes, yeah.
Okay, that's
So
good to know. Yeah, because I've
if you
always
just
tried to.
literally sorry,
No, I was just trying to find, different ways because I'm like, I know they have things. We just go to like the different, like the Amish stores or but it's still not. It's not the same prices. You know what I mean? So
it's
that's just
expensive, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But if
Bin
you put
rating.
in salvaging from landfill, saving from landfill,
Okay, good to know.
it's
Yeah.
it'll be the same concept.
Food waste salvage and all.
Okay. Yeah, that was one thing I
Stu's
wasn't.
saying just go bin reading.
Oh, bin
You
rating.
can't now. There's
Great.
lots of bins now.
No, but it is good because if they're having to throw it out,
Yeah.
I mean, then you're saving it, and like for me, I can just throw it in the freezer. It's not a big
That's
deal.
it. That's all we do.
Yeah.
June shops exactly the way we shop, and she'll agree with me. It's
Hi,
very
Tessie.
few. It's very few
Discount.
and far between that anything there will be out of date.
Oh, Tessie's saying discount.
Yeah, the
Some-
only discount grocery store that we have around here
Hi,
is
Tessie.
Aldi. We don't have like I've watched your videos, Tessie, and the discount grocery store you have there is we don't have anything like that. But like I said, I live in more of a small. But I do like the discount grocery store that she has there is different. So yeah, I'll do some more research out here and see if I can
How
find
many shops have you got in your little town?
in my town.
Yeah.
I have a gas station that has a little store. I have a gas station, a bar, and 3 churches. That's
Wow.
what I have in my. I have a town of 300 people, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm in North Dakota, Tessie. or wait, yeah, North Dakota.
Can I
Each
just
day-
ask one quick question? Are you still on for your turn next week, Tessie? And then we'll have to have a little chat pre the video, pre the live stream, and arrange it and let you know how it works. I am working on oh, sorry. Just let me know if you're still up for
Whatever
doing
day
next
you're
week,
free, or
Tessie. She'll let me know.
what were
Okay.
your next question?
I was like, you ready for another one? Okay, so
That's it, drag on that one.
encouragement are at the heart of both our channels, right? So can you share a story where your online community helped you through a challenging time, or where you witnessed real life impact from sharing your journey? I know from my own experience how powerful it can be when someone says, your story helped me. So what's been your most meaningful community moment? I can think of one. So yeah, I'm interested to see what you come up with.
For me, and it's going back, it must be 2-3 years ago now.
You on about Christmas?
Christmas?
Okay.
No. For me personally, on a personal, emotional level, I was getting some snide comments from trolls.
Oh.
And they weren't pleasant comments, and they were quite mean. In the end, I made a video to say, I've had enough now, you're not getting to me anymore, and this is the end. I'm never going to reply, I'm never going to anything. And so many people reached out and said, just ignore people who were trolls, just ignore this. Just spoke from the heart and just said nice things, were just realistic. And that for me got me through that period. Never let anything ever affect me again. I either laughed it off, whatever. Bridge has only actually been the moderator for about 6 months now.
Hmm.
And in that time, I've never known Bridge to actually have to block anyone from the channel or delete any comments. And we've never personally ever blocked anyone or deleted any comments from the channel. That helped my strength of character, the support at that time. Go on, what was your one?
I
When we
have to say congratulations to Tessie really quick, because she just said her
yeah,
daughter's
the
pregnant.
daughter's pregnant.
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations,
That's so
Rob, and your daughter.
awesome. Okay. And this
Grandma,
is a great example of the community, how exciting that is. Okay. Okay.
Absolutely
All right.
beautiful. Well done, love.
I was
Okay,
saying,
great.
a couple of years ago at Christmas, we put an appeal out to people send money. We set up a GoFundMe
Yeah, to support
to
the
support the children in the
children in our
town,
community.
to buy some presents for them, for the less fortunate. And abundance of money came in. We went out, done all the shopping for them, bought the toys, the clothes.
Donated to different food initiatives.
I
Done all
remember that
kinds.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
And each time we did it, we told them it wasn't from us. It's not us putting our hands in our pocket. This is the community that we've got on YouTube. We tried to record, didn't we, as we were like handing over certain things. But the biggest one was the children, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Giving the toys to
Yeah.
Margaret.
I love
Yeah.
that. I absolutely love that. I think how we all came together for one of our members too when they were ill and
Yeah,
in
I
the
was just going to
hospital
say that when
was a big deal. That was another one. For
everyone
me,
put in for
I
Charlie when he was in hospital,
Yeah.
yeah,
we sent him that package.
for me, I want more of the reason why I really I want more of the community on my YouTube channel. I want more people to incorporate like we do here. And I think I don't really do lives yet. I still think maybe I need to, but I don't know. I haven't done that yet. So we'll see. So that
I
could
think
be
that's probably where it comes from, where the
I
community
think
comes
so.
from doing the
I
lives.
do, because I have a lot of people. I do get like people are like, oh, they reach out to me I get a lot of people that reach out to me on my Facebook Messenger. And that's fine, because I know some of the things that I do talk about, a lot of mental health stuff, and a lot of people do reach, and I'm fine with them reaching out to me privately. but I love the community stuff. And I just, just put a little thumbs up in there or something, I just,
Yeah,
But I think
so,
that's where it comes
so
from through the live, because it's there and then you're talking there and then, and you're reading the comments and people are talking to each other. It's
I love
live,
that
isn't
too. I know, but
well, you
I don't know.
you
I'm kind of
can't
chicken
force
about doing it.
that.
I don't think anyone will show up.
it? Yeah,
You
but
can't
that's
force it. You can say, I want us to be a community, but you can't force it.
mm,
I couldn't create a Trina. I couldn't
Yeah.
create a Catherine. I couldn't create a Tessie. I couldn't create a Bridget, a Caramel, a Stew. I can go on and on and on and say all these names, but these characters.
Nina! Everybody say
mm.
hi to Nina. That's my work daughter. She's my
Hi,
work
Nina.
I mean it.
daughter. She's
You
also
can't
going on
create
the.
these characters. These
Yeah.
characters just are them,
Mm,
and they bring themselves, and each
and join
person
in.
is a cog in the clock, and you can't create it. And just all of a sudden, these people are teasing each other and laughing at each
Yes.
other and celebrating and crying, and
Supporting
it
each
it
other.
just fits together. And you couldn't write it. You can't write that.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Yes. And I love, I love our trivias. I love our trivias. Not everybody
Mm.
likes the song trivias, but I love the song trivias. I love when y'all just burst out in song. I mean, it's just so, you all laugh. I go on cruises, and do you know what I do on cruises? I go into trivia. It's hilarious, but
Definitely.
it's fun for me. So and we're all so silly, we're just so silly, goofy.
Catherine said the same when we coming back. She said, "Oh, we didn't even get to sing any Grease songs while we were out."
Never happened while we were over there.
Brian, come on.
Exactly.
Go Greece. Right, we're gonna have to round up. In a nutshell,
Stu saying the quizzes are hard.
the quizzes
Not if
are
you've done your
hard.
revision.
Oh,
In a
Stu.
nutshell,
They would
what
be
are
hard
we
if
to
you
it?
watch the Wallflowers video the night before. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Stu. You go and watch the videos, then it won't be so hard. What can we expect from Trina's humble homestead between now and Christmas?
Well, definitely going to be continuing my medicinal Mondays and my feel good Fridays. That is a series that is doing well. I haven't quite, normally this time I do some holiday stuff, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do that. I do have my kitchen complete, so I know I will be doing some meal prep,
Lovely.
will be good. So, yeah, I guess you'll have to
It'd be
stay
good if you
tuned
could do
because
some lives on your cruise, coming live from the cruise or your holiday.
it depends on how the internet will be if we do live on the
Mm.
cruise or if I just do some
Um,
videos and put them up, because I've never been on Norwegian before. Nina is actually coming on the cruise with me. She is
Wow.
Yes, that's so funny that she popped in here. But Nina is coming on the cruise with me and Matthew, and yes, I don't know if she's still in here, but yeah, Nina is my work daughter, and her husband is a pastor. So
Lovely.
yes, so she is coming on the cruise, and then my son and daughter-in-law, and then their parents. So that's who will be on there. But I will definitely be filming the cruise. Whether we go
Mm.
live, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. That would be fun. So we'll do
Mm.
that, and then when I get my cow, we'll be processing some meat and doing that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that'd be good to see that.
Yeah. I'd like to see you weigh portions, how you store it, how you share it, how you work it out. I'm so interested in you doing the cow.
Okay,
Awesome.
interesting. Okay,
Yeah,
good to know.
really interested in that. Yeah.
Okay, good to
Yeah.
know. All right. Yeah, when we get that, we are supposed to be getting the cow at the beginning of December. So,
Yeah. And
got
you
it.
go and pick the cows, you go and point it out, or
Someone else
Oh,
yeah,
processes
well,
it for them. They
No,
pay the
we
money
have
and it's all
friends. We have
processed.
friends who have their farm, and they just I trust them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, so
they've
she
always
picks up all the packages and that's labeled, so that'll be mince, that'll be
So it's already cut down for you and
yeah,
portioned
the
off. Or,
butcher. We bring it we have them done at the butcher, and then I just say I want a lot of steak. I want some roast, and I want we just kind of tell them how we want it parted out, and then that's how they do it for us.
I'd be so interested, even if whatever your portion is, whether you get a half, a third, full, whatever it is your portion is, I'd
I'm
be
gonna get a
interested in
quarter,
knowing,
a
right? I'd
quarter
be
of a
interested in
cow.
knowing from the get-go that that's your quarter
Okay.
and how much would you get
and
out of a quarter?
what you get from it. So how many mince, how many sausage, or whatever it is you're taking from it,
Okay.
that's your steak, that's your whatever, and
Like how
what that actually
many
looks like.
T-loins, how many ribeyes, how much ground beef,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
much
yeah. Really
I would
interested
show.
in quantity, weight, the actual what you get. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd like to
I'll lay
see
it
you
all
put it back
out.
together.
Piece it back together and show you
Yeah,
which quarter it
that's,
was.
that's the back leg.
Oh my land, Brian. That's hilarious. This is which portion. Oh my. All
Like, this has
right.
been absolutely wonderful, and
It's
I'm
so
really
fun.
glad you were so relaxed and can just speak and
Yeah.
speak just like we always do. I
Furniture.
really enjoyed your company.
Yeah,
Me
there you
Um,
go.
I'm trying to keep it for approximately an hour with everyone, so it's fair and share.
Oh, we went over. We
But we
better
really
go.
enjoyed this, haven't we?
Yeah,
We really
yeah, been
enjoyed
very
this.
interesting.
Yeah.
See you, love you. Bye,
Same as last week.
everybody. Be blessed.
Yeah.
And remember,
We might come round. We might come round full circle and
I
do
know,
this
there'll probably be
again.
only you and Bridget that wants to do them. Probably see it in 2 weeks.
yeah,
I'm
no,
hoping Tessie does it next week.
nobody else. All right, y'all. See you, love you. Bye. Remember, you are
Take
loved.
care.
And
Remember you're loved.
One love.
speak to you.
Soon.
Soon.
Speak to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Remember you're loved, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Trina.
Bye.
Bye, love. Bye. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know how to shut this off either.